Let's work out full body. Welcome to today's full body class. We're going to start with a warm up, and I want you to bring a couple things, 2 sets of weights, something you have that you consider slightly heavier and something that you have that you consider slightly lighter. So you have something different for legs and something different for arms. And I also want you to bring a mini band today that we're going to be using for abductors. So whatever tension mini band you would want to use, those outer glute muscles. We're going to come to the back of the mat to start with our warm up. So you can go ahead, come to the back of the mat. We're going to take the feet about hip width apart, taking the arms out at the sides, pressing the shoulders back and down. We're going to take one big inhale to reach the arms overhead, and an exhale to bring them down. We're going to do that 2 more times, just stretching our body to our breath and getting rooted into the body. 1 more, breathe in to reach the arms up, and exhale to bring them down. Great work. We're going to take a big breath all the way up, and then we're going to fold the body forward. I want you to take a bend into the knees, so you anchor yourself in your hamstrings, let your head hang, and then start to walk the body forward. We're going to drop the knees down into a tabletop position. And keep your toes tucked under the back, start to arch the back, and then start to round it up towards the side. We're going to do that a few more times, just getting some movement into the spine. And we have 3 more of these. You can even start to look up if that feels good on your neck or not, your choice. Last 2. Keep breathing while you're here. And 1 more. Taking an inhale and a nice long exhale. Beautiful work. You can start to walk the hands out to a modified plank option. Take the knees up for a full plank if you would like to, or stay in that tabletop. And we take 2 cycles of breath here. Just keeping the body in one long line, all the way from the crown, down the spine, and the tail, and down those heels, and taking 1 more cycle of breath. Beautiful work. Lower down to the knees or not, your choice. Let's bend the elbow. We're going to lower the whole body all the way down to the belly, untucking the toes this time, and taking the arms into a cactus position. When you start to lift the chest up, you can keep the legs onto the mat for now. And then roll yourself back down, pressing into the forearms. Give a squeeze of the glutes so you protect that lower back. And we have 3 more of these. Just bringing a little bit more movement into our spine. And I want 2 more of these. So making sure you're pressing into the forearms is going to support you just a little bit. And then this is going to be our last one. Just like this, lift all the way up. You can stay with this motion, and we're going to start to lift the arms and the legs up off the mat. So pressing the hips down, squeezing the glutes, lifting up, and then slowly lowering the body back down. 4 more. Reach of the toes and the crown, so you're lengthening the body. Last 3. Almost there. 2 more. Making sure that you're squeezing those glutes fast and keep your lower back protected. And this is going to be your last one. Awesome job. Pressing yourself back up to a tabletop. We're going to tuck those toes under the back once more and take the hips up to our downward dog. I'm going to step that right leg forward into a lunge. Open the right fingertips up so you can get a nice spin here. And then press them back down to the mat. Step back, downward dog. Take that to the left side. Step that left leg forward, long lunge. Reaching the left fingertips up. And then bringing them back down to the mat. Beautiful work. We have a few more on either side. You can let the hips sink down into the mat, so you can start to stretch into those hip flexors and get a lot of movement into your hips. So a nice deep bend into those knees. All right, we have 3 more cycles on both sides. We're twisting through the spine, pressing the shoulders and chest back. When you get back to that downward dog, so you really open up into the chest. Final 2. Twist all the way up. Bring it down, pressing into the hands. Left side. And then I want 1 more of these on either side. Step the right leg forward, nice long lunge, hips sink low. Twisting, taking it back, and this is your last one. Reaching all the way up. Bring the hands down, downward dog. Let's bring it forward to a plank. I want you to spread those feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. Make sure you don't have the hips piped up or down really low. We're going to keep that long line. Again, you can modify by knees and your forearms down to the mat. 1 more cycle here. So start to bend the knees. We're going to walk the hands all the way towards the back of the mat. I want a really big bend into the knees. Seat comes to the back of the mat. Fingers hip free forward. Chest lifts, gaze lifts. Holding it here for 10, 9, 8. Pull those knees wide. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's get into some squats. Coming all the way up, sinking it down. We have 10 squats here. You can reach those fingertips forward. 9 more. You can even reach them higher if you would like to. That feels good on your back and your shoulders. Let's be here for 8. We're here for 7. Keep your chest lifted. 6 more. Final 5. Weight is even on my feet. Don't let those knees cave in. Last 4. Let's get lower in that squat. Final 3. 2 more. This is it. Last one. Beautiful. We're going to come into the center of the mat. Toes are going to be facing forward. Nice wide stance here. Let's take those arms up nice and wide. We're going to go side lunge to the right side, twisting through the spine. Come up through center. Take it over to the left side. You can bring the gaze with you. You got it. Redirect. Bring it up. Twist left. So the booty goes to the back of the mat. And you're pressing the foot down to come all the way back up to standing. 2 more cycles, both sides. You're doing great, almost there. Last cycle, either side. You got this. All right. Come all the way up. We're gonna grab onto some weights for a deadlift, for a hinging exercise. So some weights that you would use for a leg exercise. My feet are going to be okay with the part here. And I have a little bend into my knees to start. I'm never going to lock the knees out throughout this whole exercise. So let's get going. We're going to hinge the chest forward. Take the knee back. Nice deep bend into those knees when you get lower. So dropping the chest, seat back. When you come to about flat back, now we're going to start to bend the knees even more. Great work. Here's number 3. Slight tuck of that chin. Because you're not looking up and you're not looking down. Just a little tuck in that chin. Here's our 5. And this is going to be our halfway because we're doing 10 reps today. And we're going to alternate with a different exercise. This is number 7. Pressing the feet down to come up. Here's number 8. Squeezing through the hamstrings and the glutes. I want 2 more reps. Awesome job. This is going to be your last one. Hinge forward, coming all the way up to standing. Our next exercise is nice and simple bicep curl. You can stand at the center of your mat. We're going to place your palms forward. Come up, lower down. So we're going to lift those weights up, still keeping tension on the biceps at the top. So I don't want you coming all the way up here when you still keep that tension. Here's number 4. Remember to go nice and slow on the way down. Full extension on the way down. This is 6. So you can even alternate one at a time. This is 7. See how tight my elbows are tucked to my side body. This is 8. And I do want to make sure that they're not behind the body. Here's your number 9. One more. And then we're back into that hinging deadlift. Awesome. I'm going to show you from the side again. I think this is the best view to see the form. Set up through your foundation, shoulders back and down. Slight little tuck of that chin, so we're not doing anything weird in the neck. And then the first thing we do is we start to tilt the booty back. And then we start to drop the chest forward. Extra bending those knees as you get low. Here's 2. I'm keeping tension on the back side of the legs or when I come up to the top. And this is 3. So I don't want to let go of that muscle tension. Here's your number 4. I'm just letting the weight slide up and down my shins. And this is our halfway. From here, this would be a great point to gauge if you brought heavy enough weights. So if you're finding this really easy, next time I want you to try it with some heavier weights. You should be really struggling in these last few reps. All right, we have 2 more. And of course, these are not the heaviest weights that we normally use, but I am a teacher here, so I have to be able to talk, right? All right, last one. Bring it all the way up by pressing those feet down. Weights come forward into that bicep curl. This is our last set. We have 2 sets of 10 today, and then we're gonna move on to a different exercise, a different set of exercises. So again, when you're about halfway through the second set, if you're not unbelievably struggling, next time you can try it with a heavier set. And of course, if you can't make it through, maybe try something a little bit lighter. 3 more. All right, we have 2 more. And this is our last one. Up, come down nice and slow. We're gonna get into a reverse lunge. So I'm gonna step to the top of my mat. I'm moving down through the left foot. And my right leg is gonna be stepping back into a reverse lunge. All right, let's go. So set up the foundation through left foot. Right foot steps back, hinge the body forward, and then come up to standing. So stepping all the way back. I'm gonna keep my left knee about over top of the middle of my left foot. This is 4. So again, I hinge the chest forward. When I come down to that lunge, that's your halfway. You can tap the knee on the mat if you want to, or slightly dilute it, don't come so low. Alright, this is 8. Press that foot down, come up. Here's your 9. Step wider so you don't have the feet on really narrow train tracks. That was our 10. Great work. Our next exercise, we're here is going to be single arm press. So you go ahead and drop one weight down, and then you can come down to one knee if you would like to. Here we are. Press it up, and then twist the way in. So open up, come through the center. Here's 3. I'm not bringing my elbow way out in line with my shoulder. I'm going to keep it slightly forward of the shoulder. Alright, that's our halfway. Keeping the tummy nice and tight, keeping the chest lifted. Now here's 7. Keep breathing while you're here. That's your 8. Just 2 more. 1 more, last one. Of course, you could do that standing if you would like to, but I like to have more stability when doing the classes. Alright, standing up, we're staying with the left foot forward, stepping back with the right. Let's get going. So big step back, feet are wider than hip width apart. And this is number 3. Making sure that the left knee does not go way ahead of that left toe. Here's halfway. Just 5 more and we're done. The reverse lunges on the left leg. We're here for 4, which is in between the shin and the foot. Here's 3. Looking beyond the top of the left foot. And we'll hinge forward 1 more. Beautiful work. Dropping 1 weight down to the mat. Coming down to 1 knee. And we set up right here. For a single arm press. So spin the palm away from the body, then spin the palm in. Just not directly out like this, slightly in, angled in here. So here's your 4. Moving nice and slow. 5, press up. And your 6, you're almost done with this right arm. Right here for 7. Keep going right to the end. This is your 8. Almost there for 9. Last one. Come down, twist the palm in. We're going to lower it down. We're going to get into those reverse lunges on the other side this time. So I'm just going to come to the other edge of the mat so you can see I'm moving down to the right foot. Left foot's going to be stepping back. When I step back, I don't want to step back on train tracks. I want to give myself some more stability. Let's go. Step back, press the foot down, the front foot when you come to standing. Here's number 3. The further you hinge forward, the more you're into the glutes. 5 and halfway. This is number 6. Now I'm wearing rookie socks just so you know. I would not be doing this in non-grippy socks. 3 more. Deep grip at the back, otherwise you're gonna really hurt your ankle. 1 more. Bring it up. Beautiful. We are going to get into that single arm row. Single arm press on the other side. So now I'm using that left arm, palms facing in. Bring it up and down. Number 2. Let's go press up 3. Remember, don't come straight out of line with the shoulder. Keep the elbow slightly in front. Body is going to be still and stable. I'm not going to rock the body back and forth in weird ways. 4 more. Abdominals are flexed. 3 to go. You have 2. 1 more. You can do it. Stay for the last one. Bring it in for a full rep. Grab onto your other weight. Set up your foundation. Right leg is back. So I like to just balance on the, left leg is set back. I like to just balance for 1 second so I know I'm really stable on that foot. Here we go. We have 10. Then we're done with reverse lunges for this whole session. 8 more. See if you can drop that back knee a little lower. Bend the front knee a little bit more. This is 6. All the way up to standing every time. That was your halfway. 4 left. Push right to the end. 3 more. You're so close. You're so close. 2 more. This is it. Last one. Come all the way up. Get down. We are pressing. Drop one leg to the side. I like to keep my back toe tucked. I will protect my knee. Here's 2. Try and keep the body as still as you possibly can. Here's 4. Just that shoulder and elbow are moving. Here's number 6. Face it in, face it out on a 45. Few more and you're done. 1 more, that's it. Last one, press it up, bring it all the way down. All right, we're gonna do a few more exercises for our next set. We have a few in a row. Actually, do want to keep that. If you're using one weight, you're gonna hold it right here at the center of your body. It's for a goblet squat. If you're using 2, you can hold them right here. All right, let's get going. See how wide these feet are. Really, really wide feet. And my toes are gonna have a 45-degree angle. So I want you sinking down, getting low. I'm going to show you from the side for the next set so you can see how far my seat goes to the back of the mat and how much I'm keeping my chest lifted compared to how much I'm hinging forward. That's halfway. Here's 6. This is 7. Let's see if we can go a little bit lower. Here's 8. Press the foot down to come up, both feet. Just 2 more. This is it, last one. Yes, amazing. All right. Go in here, weights nice and low on the mat. Again, if you're moving really wide, this time we're gonna hinge forward at the hips. Keep that bend into the knees. Watch not rounding the back here. I want a nice flat back. Grab onto your weights for a row. Right arm, left arm. Hold to your hip, hold to your hip. Again, we have that slight tuck of the chin. The tongue is engaged. You're doing great. This is your halfway. Hand comes directly beneath your shoulder every time. That's 6. Hold that elbow high, squeeze the back body. 7, come down. Almost there with your 8. Just a couple more. Keep hinge forward. Resist the urge to stand up higher. Last one. Lower it down. We're going to come all the way down to the mat and get down to your ground. We're going to put the bed on just above our knees. Take those weights away. So you're right here. I want you to lean back. Give yourself some
some support, you can come high on the toes. Start with the band, tension on your band. Don't bring your legs all the way together so you don't have any tension on your band. Hold the knees wide, bring them back in. So my feet are about hip width apart. I'm leaning way back, so bring with my hands. Here's 4. Pause when you're out wide. 5 little pause and slowly come in. This is 6. This should be a really tight band. This is 7. Squeeze the booty every time. Taking 8. Don't bring that pause. This is 9. You still have lots of tension at the center. Last one. Slowly bring it back in. Alright, great work. We have that same set. One more time. Get into that goblet squat. Oh yeah, I was gonna show you from the side. Okay, so my feet are still wide. My weights are up high. And we squat. See how low I'm getting in this squat. Here's number 2. The weights are so close to my chest. This is 3, right at the center. Hold the knees back actively when you come into that squat. This is your halfway, press the knees down. You only have 5 more identity squats. Last 3, so just a slight hinge of the chest, but not much at all. 2 more. This is it, last one. You got it, press those feet down. About the same stance, hinge the body forward, so resist the urge to come up here. We want to be way down here. Squeeze the back, squeeze the back. Don't drop the weight down. Control the way down. Here's 3. So you're looking beyond the feet, not down at the feet. Here's 4. Adjust ahead of those weights. Make sure you're flexing your abdominals. You don't want to loose midsection. That's 6. Get that weight right up to your hip. Then bring it down, right here. Just a few more. That's 8. Keep hinched forward, you're almost there. Pull it up. Pull it up, last one, either side. Great work. That's it, put those weights down. Now that you've done this abductor exercise one time, maybe you want to use a little bit of a heavier band. Maybe you can do it, you need to use something lighter. It's just right above those knees. Lean back, get some tension on your band. So I'm not starting here with the feet together. I'm starting here with tension already. Let's get going. Pull the knees wide. Bring it back. Here's number 2. Pulling that band as far as you can. Little pause. This is 4. Don't forget that little pause. This is 5. You are so close to being done. Keep pushing. You're going to stay with me the whole time. If you need to take a little bit of a break, that's okay, but then I want you to come right back in it with me. This is your last one. Last and final one. Hold. You're going to add a little pulse here, okay? Tiny little pulses. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Stretch it. Further, further. 10 more. 9, 8, don't come in so far. 6, 5, squeeze 4, squeeze 3, squeeze 2. Last one, slowly come in. Alright, you're so good. We have one final set of exercises. We don't need the band anymore, so you can place that band off to the side. And we're going to lay down on our backs. Bend your knees, place your feet down on the floor. You can take weights to your hips if you want to. If this isn't comfortable for you, grab a towel or something and put it on your hips. Then place your weights on your hips. If you happen to have a bench at home, it would be awesome to lean just below the shoulder blade on a bench and be doing these on a bench. But I want to try and use the most minimal amount of equipment that I can to make it accessible for as many people as I can. Alright, stack those weights, heaviest ones that you have at home, please. And let's get going. because the glutes are a big muscle, they can take some really heavy weights. Here's number 3. Squeeze up for 4, so pressing those feet down. 5. If you're using a bench, you need to be hinging at the hips. Your chest is going to be coming up and down. Don't just leave it in one spot. Few more. Squeeze up a tiny bit higher. Press the feet down and then control the way down. That's it. That's your last one. We're going to take those weights out wide into cactus. Again, don't bring your elbows up and line with your shoulders. Bring them down from the shoulders. Take an arch into the back. So the back, lower back is lifted up off the mat. If you want to hold here, you're welcome to. But you don't need to have a flat back. You can arch into the spine. Let's go. Press the weights up. Open the elbows wide. Press up in front of the sternum. Then bring the elbows away from the body. Here's number 4. Here's number 5. So they're not in front of your face or your chest, they're just slightly below. That's 6. Open those weights up wider. Here's 7. Focus on pulling the elbows wide. That's your 8. So really lengthening in that chest. Just 2 more. Just 1 more. Great work. We're going to keep these weights for triceps, same stance with the body. And then take those weights up. Now we are going to bring them over the face and then just back slightly. Bend the elbows, extend all the way. Here's 2. So you are definitely not going to use the same weights that you use for hip thrust with triceps. Like I said, I'm just here to lead, so I need to use some weights where I can still talk. But I want to use probably lighter weights for your triceps, and then some nice heavy weights for your glutes. So you have 3 more. Final 3. Squeeze up, don't bring them in front of the chest. Last 2. You have 1 more. All the way up. Great work. Same thing. Heavier weights come onto the hips. So something much heavier. Set them up. Maybe you bring a towel. Maybe you have your bench. Maybe not. And let's press the feet down. Squeeze the glutes. Then bring it down. Here's 2. Squeeze up. Slowly lower. Let's squeeze up for 3. Calm down slow. This is 4. We are right at the end here. We are almost done. 5 and halfway. So you get that little pause at the top. This is 6. Squeeze up 1 millimeter higher. Here's 7. You are so close. You're almost there. Keep going, keep going. Just 2 more. This is it. Just 1 more. Last one. Slowly lower yourself down. Grabbing onto your weights for chest. That's going to be lighter than your glutes. Open your arms up wide. Make sure they're below the shoulder. Press up in front of the sternum. So just at the bottom of your rib cage is where the weights are going to come together at the center. That's 3. Lengthen through the chest. This is 4. Open up even wider. Here's 5. If you have a bench, again, this is 6. You could lay on the bench, and then you can bring your elbows even lower than your body to lengthen the chest muscle more. That would be really beneficial for you. Couple more. I don't know if that's 9 or 10, so we're going to do 1 more rep just in case. Press it up. Bring it down to open wide. Finish that rep. Grabbing onto your weights for triceps. These are going to be lighter than your chest and your glute weights. And let's go. We're almost done this whole thing. 1 more tiny little core finisher at the end, and then you're out of here. That was your 5 and halfway. There's 6. Get those elbows back and narrow. 7, bring those elbows back further. 8, don't let them come forward or flare away from the head. Last one. Squeeze up. Great work. We're going to drop those weights off to the side, and we're going to finish this up. So let you lay down on your back. You're going to take your hand behind your head. overhead. Lift up head, neck, and shoulders. And we're gonna scissor right leg and left leg. Breathe while you're here. Lift those shoulders up nice and high. Pull the belly button back to the abdominals, back to the mat, and then up into the rib cage. Sucking everything through the center and up. Keeping the elbows back. Keep room in your throat to breathe. We're up here, take the arms overhead. Lengthen out long, hold it. Breathe. Don't tuck that chin. Don't look all the way up. Bring your biceps to your ears. Press that low back down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hands behind the head. One more set, and that's it. So scissor right and left. If you want to, if that's not hard enough, you can scissor low down here. If that's too hard and you want to modify, one leg at a time. You could also drop head, neck, and shoulders. So lots of options for you. Otherwise, you can follow me right here. We have one final hollow hold, and that's it. We're here, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Drop the legs down, arms overhead. You can even bring the legs up higher if it's too hard, or legs really low. Hold 10, hold 9, hold 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, you are all done. Great work today. We're gonna come all the way up to seated and have a super quick stretch. Sit up nice and tall. I'm gonna fold the body forward, lengthening and stretching in those hamstrings. Not too far to start. All right, so just some nice juicy tension on the hamstrings. You can take a tiny bit of a round into the back, but don't take a huge round. You want to start by sitting up tall and then hinging at the hips forward. You can take the hands to the sides of the legs if that feels better, or hands to the ankles or feet. All right, start to slow the breath. We're gonna lay down onto the back for a figure 4. Right foot comes over the left knee. Pull the left thigh in towards the chest to stretch the glute on the right side. Lots of glute work in this class with the hinging exercise for your deadlifts. That's working the whole back side of the leg. Those reverse lunges, because we're hinging forward. Same thing, we're gonna take the stretch to the other side, left ankle over right knee, right thigh to chest. Again, the hip thrusts, working into the glutes. So lots of working to the glutes today. I'm gonna stretch those out, lengthen those out. Even if you only just do it for a very, very short time on both sides, very beneficial for you. Just stretch at the end of your session. I know a lot of people like just skip the stretch at the end, but it's really important. It'll also help you to not be so sore, because I know you were using heavier weights than I was, so I know you're gonna be sore tomorrow from those really heavy weights. All right, we're gonna bring ourselves to a seated position. Have a quick shoulder stretch. Bring one arm across the body. Make sure the shoulders will creep up towards your ears, sitting up nice and tall, stretching it out long. And of course, if these are not your favorite stretches and you have some other ones that you want to do, you're welcome to those. And we'll just take this over to the other side. And we're gonna close this thing all together. Thank you so much for coming with me today. I love that workout. That is one of my favorite workouts to do for a full body session. I could do that for the rest of my life and be really happy. All right, let's take the hands to prayer and close together. Take one breath in gratitude. Thank you so much for coming and working out full body with me today.